First of all, congratulations to you guys. This is a good film to watch, a very fun film, and very dark as well. What was the idea behind making a film like this?
Hi, how you doing? Thank you for your time and the space. My name is Eduardo. I'm the director, writer, producer, and I'm here with a good friend and actor. He's also a great director and producer, Ianis Guerrero. Well, when I was young, I was born in Sonora, the north part of Mexico. We had very limited access to US TV, and the only TV that we had a couple of channels, and it was, our first superheroes were luchadores de lucha libre, wrestlers, Mexican wrestlers, and I remember, some of my first memories were watching movies from El Santo and Blue Demon and all these legends from the lucha libre, and I also got really that this was when I was much older, but I got really into video homes, Mexican video homes, and as we all know, no, some of them are really bad, and some of them are so bad that they're good. So that was part of the inspiration, like making a cool actual a homage to luchadores cinema and also video homes such as Lola la Trailera and Los Hermanos Almada and all this beautiful, I think it's amazing B-movie genre that we have here in Mexico.
And for Ianis, having that father-son relationship is very important to this movie. It's a very believable father-son relationship as well. Um, how did you begin to create that chemistry with your co-star?
Well, I think first of all, it comes from respect because I have a lot of respect for that actor, Guillermo Quintanilla. I admire him a lot, and I think that every father-son relationship is based on respect and admiration. And I think that was the two elements that were super important for me. At the first, respect and love him so much, and have a lot of admiration for him as a person and also as a character, because I admire my father as this huge wrestler, El Halcón, and I admire everything he did in the past. And as I'm seeing the situation today in Tijuana, I'm realizing that things have to change, that the things are not well, are not okay. And I say to my father, we need to do something. We need to put again the mask, the superhero mask, and do something. And that, for me, was the moment where somehow he started to losing respect for his father, because he's saying, you are doing nothing to change the situation of the town, and you're supposed to be a superhero. We need to be superheroes again. So for me, thank you very much for your question, because it's exactly the core of the movie, that respect, father and son respect. And at the end of the movie, as you remember, the song play at the end of the movie is exactly that, the father son, my father song, and it's exactly about that, the movie.
And for Eduardo, you talked a little bit about El Santo and Blue Demon being movies from the past that were really awesome. I think they had a really good quality to them in the Mexican cinema. And now, like coming back, I think this story very much embodies this. You get that transitional period, and you come back to this. Was the fact that we haven't seen a movie like this an inspiration to create something like this for this generation?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that was the funnest part of filming the movie, filming it in 1976. And we got the Carmen Gia, which is actually the car that El Santo used. So with the budget that we had, we did miracles, and I'm really proud of what we did, especially in these segments, right? That we go to the flashback. But to me, those were the funnest, man. Like I wish, I wish we can do a movie in the 1970s. and do a cool ass homage to those movies. So the new generation can really see what it was all about. Like a lot of my siblings, that live in the United States that are Mexican, they don't know who El Santo is. They don't know who Blue Demon is. And I think it's a cool introduction to this new generation of this genre.
And for Ianis, did you know who El Santo and Blue Demon was, and or did you go back and watch some of these movies in order to get the feel for what these movies are all about?
He actually did a
Absolutely.
Blue Demon, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You were
yeah.
actually Blue Demon in a series.
In a series, yeah, yeah, yeah. I played Black Shadow in a series, who was actually the brother of Blue Demon, and I love Luchadores movies. Like wrestling. I think they are fantastic, very entertaining movies. I think they were made for the audience, and that is very important because this movie also is made for the audience. It's made for like all the family. As Eduardo said, all these people need to see those superheroes again. And for me, it was super important. And I watch it again, these old movies, and I love it so much. I mean, they're so entertaining. They're so amazing adventures, and thrillers, and it's really a pleasure to make a movie like that because it remembers you what you have seen on your childhood, when you were a kid. So it's a huge opportunity for me as an actor to play this superhero. It's actually a normal human being, and that was beautiful about El Santo and Blue Demon and everything like that. They don't have superpowers, like there's no super. They cannot fly. You know, they're just normal human beings that are very very strong, but they want peace. They want to make a difference in the world, but they are not superheroes in the sense that they don't have superpowers, and that is beautiful about that in Mexico. Or this uh, the difference between the United States and Mexico are that this is our superheroes, very human.
Definitely. And for both of you, what is it like to, step into this wrestling community and portray wrestlers, as well as, putting in that background topics of corruption and all this other stuff that happens throughout the movie to make it more complex and engaging?
Yeah, no, excellent question because we get that a lot, right? It's from the superficial part. It's a wrestling movie with tacos, action, drama, comedy. But we also did, and I really like that of the script, that there was a lot of the problems that are happening in Mexico, such as corruption, such as violence, such as narcos. We put them in the movie, but they're not in your face. It's very subtle, and we do talk about them. And the most important thing, and I think Yanis mentioned it also, it was to create this new Mexican superhero. This new Mexican superhero that East LA needs, this new Mexican superhero that Brownsville needs, because we just don't need Mexican superheroes in Mexico. We also need Mexican superheroes in the United States, and with all the politics that are going on right now, and how the U.S. is divided, I think more than ever we need these humans. This heroes with cape. But they have a lot of flaws. Our superhero, he's kind of like a drunk, overweight, definitely out of, he's definitely not in shape. But he does what he can to protect his family, to rescue his kid. And me and Yanis are also father, and that's why we love this story because family is first. And for Latinos, for Mexicans, in Mexico, in the United States, wherever, for us, family is one of the most important things.
And be honest, you're gonna be hopefully, playing this character for a while. There's a possibility at the end to continue on with this story. How does that make you feel to be the face of this franchise?
Super excited, super excited. I think it's beautiful because also something that I love about the movie, it has a lot of humor. You laugh all the time. It's very very funny, and I think that that's also very Latino, very Mexican. To make fun of everything and not being that serious. And I think that the new movies that people want to see. They need entertaining, but with humor also. And I think for me, being the face of this franchise is amazing. I love it. I love it because it's summarized everything. Like this Mexican superhero fighting for a different world, but with a lot of flaws. And I think that's beautiful. Eduardo is working on the next draft of the next movie, and I'm super excited. I'm really,
We're
really
gonna
excited.
work together, Yanni, so we
We're gonna
can.
work together. We're gonna work together, absolutely, because that's something that I really am so grateful and I appreciate a lot from Eduardo. He's a director that is very, very generous. He's very, very open minded. He loves to receive like a lot of comments, and he decides which one is better. And he's very, very open to suggestions and things. And this is beautiful to work like that with a director so creative and so generous like that. It's for an actor as me, that I'm very involved in project and I like to write, I like to direct, I like to produce. It's the way things have to be made for as I seen it. And also movies. It's like a collaborative stuff. Obviously, he's the captain of the boat. He will decide at the end, but at least I can explain my point of views and see, Lalo, I think this and that, and he say, do that, don't do that, that yes, that no, and that is beautiful. That is fantastic. I think that's the result of the movie. Lalo is very open, and that's so creative.
We're a team, and a lot of Yanni's ideas got in the movie. The beginning was his idea, and I actually have it on camera on the behind the scenes. He's like, let's open up explaining the whole world, what happened with the, and that idea stuck and got to be part of the movie.
That is awesome. And you have a good diverse cast. You have strong male leads and you have strong female characters as well. How happy were you with the casting and why bring in a new element like a female wrestler?
Yeah, I mean, I was extremely happy. I mean, this is my first. I produced a lot of movies, but this is the first movie that I've directed, and I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are directors, and I don't think there has been such unity and family. We still have a chat together, and some of us, sometimes hang out and go have a drink at a cantina. And most of the movies and most of my friends that are directors, they have a great time and that they move on, right? This feels like a family to me. That's special, That's and I want to keep it that way because, like you said, it's. I mean, I hadn't heard the term franchise, but to me, it's a trilogy. And this is the story about the father, and now the second part comes the story about the son, which is Ianis, but to me, it was fantastic. It was very collaborative, like Ianis said. It was very creative. We filmed it with a low budget but with a lot of love. And we filmed the film in 10 days, which is, record time. It takes at least a month to film a movie, and we shot it in 10 days. So everybody put extra hours, everybody put sweat, blood. A lot of crazy things happened on set, but it was fun. It was an amazing experience.
And your female character, she's not the love interest. She's another strong warrior in this movie. You know, where did that inspiration come from? Because usually when we see the Santos and Blue Demon movies, the women are usually the love interest.
Yeah, 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 exactly. We wanted to break, from that mold, and now the Mexican women wrestling is. I actually took and this. I don't know if Yanis knows about it, but I actually took wrestling classes in La Arena Coliseo in Mexico, just sort of to like understand the world and talk to the young wrestlers and women and men, and it was 50-50. I mean. I only took like two classes because they beat the crap out of me, uh, but uh, but I love that. I love that how like it's 50-50 now. It's women and men, and and there's amazing women wrestlers now in lucha libre, as well as, I don't know if you saw, but we threw in an exotico, which is, this other type of wrestlers that's it's more it's LGBT and all that. So it was fun. We threw everything in. Like we the thing was, all right, we got inspired from all those movies. Let's make it actual, right? Let's make it modern, and let's portray it how it is today, nowadays.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on this movie. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. We'll see
Thank
you in
you.
LA. And it's in an all movie theater. Well, it has a limited release in California, Arizona, Texas, Chicago, New York. But hopefully, all your audience can go see it and have a good time.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.